Hello, today I want to talk about my Hobbit tools. Now I was watching the Allergic Hobbit and I really liked his style of flint knapping, so I made some Hobbit tools. This is one of the first ones I made. I took a wooden table leg, drilled a big hole in it, and epoxied a piece of deer antler inside it. Now this works really well, except this joint right here is not strong enough to support repeated impact. So when I made this one, it split right through here. So what I did was put an iron collar on this one and epoxied it back in. Now I haven't tried it to see if this is an improvement or not. But this is the one that he has, a one with a 1/4 inch copper. This is a 1/4 inch copper. I've twisted it to make it hard, and I'm going to try it. Now this is what he traditionally uses. He uses Delrin. Well, he uses a urethane, but this is Delrin. And what I've done is done something a little bit different. I have put a 3/8 inch brass insert. Brass is harder than copper. This is a 360 alloy. I got it from eBay. It's a very hard brass. And if that's not hard enough, on this end I put a 3/8 inch steel insert. Actually not steel, it's actually more like iron. It's not really steel. This is softer than steel. It's not hardened. So this will be softer than steel would be, but it will still be a lot harder than copper, because I have some very hard Texas flint, and I think this will do the trick. I also have this that I made. This is a hardwood dowel with aluminum collar, and I have antler inside here epoxied in, and set into the antler I have my 1/8 inch copper wire, and on the other end I have what I call the Hobbit Bobbit. This is inspired by the Hobbit. It's made with aluminum insert and the deer antler insert inside there. But what I've done here is I've took a concrete nail and sharpened the edges of it and set it into that to pull hinges with. You can put the edge of this against a hinge and hit it, and it will, sometimes if the angle's right, it'll knock the hinge out. Okay, here are my mallets. I have two different sizes. Now this is actually a piece of black plastic water pipe, and I have the steel bar inside here. I have a piece of steel pipe inside this one, and I have the ends of it taped up with black tape so the steel won't come out. It should be durable enough, and it should be heavy enough. I used a piece of bone from a cow thigh bone, and it broke, so it wasn't durable enough. This should be durable. And for driving flakes with this larger indirect percussion tool, I made this one. This one has a larger piece of steel pipe inside of it. It's a lot heavier, a lot larger, and actually this plastic here is not water pipe. It's actually vacuum cleaner attachments that I drove onto this pipe and then taped the ends of it. So that should work well. And this is for my fine edge work. This has the same aluminum collars, except in this end I have a concrete nail sharpened to a very fine point, and this end I have a deer tine, the sharp end of a deer tine. So this is what I'm going to use for my edge work. And this is just your standard ones with the long copper that Hobbit uses. Has the long 1/8 inch copper wire set into the copper and the deer antler. And this is one of my pressure flakers. This is actually a piece of a table leg that I've drilled a hole in the end of it. I put a piece of hardened copper in there. You harden the copper by twisting it, and then I hammered it into a point. So this I haven't seen the Hobbit use, but this is one thing I've come up with. I took a piece of quarter inch copper square stock and twisted it. You can see the little lines in it where I twisted it. That makes it hard. And then I hammered the end of it into a screwdriver shape. And then I put this end in a vise and hammered it flat to be like a nail head. And I made a punch, which works really well.